Wait, what? Now Russia attacks us. Also, before we start, you can go ahead and enjoy subscribing this channel to get notified of all of the future content. MP, SP, Victoria Free, whatever you like to see. I promise to make another Victoria Free video with enough likes. There we go, third episode, 36 hours in Victoria Free, still having fun. As you remember the previous two episodes, we made $500 million of economy as France, with all of these terrains conquered in Europe, this in Northern Africa and this in Western Africa, and we are slowly colonizing Southern Africa as well, expanding, recreating the French Empire. But remember, we had one major issue. Not enough people to work, because if I go to low market access, 50 provinces have too low market access. It's because I don't have enough people to work. So what I'm gonna do today to fix that is to first of all to go to our buildings, especially rural, and make sure every single building is making the production method that is decreasing amount of the employment. Just like over here, you can see I'm gonna use more tools, more coal, but 500,000 less laborers, and I'm gonna do these updates to every single building. Electric fences for livestock, minus 338,000 of laborers, please do. Transportation for coal mines, minus 340,000 of laborers. So of course when I'm doing that, thank you so much guys for all of the tips in the comment sections. It's a huge of a help to keep improving my skills in this game. Still, amount of the hours in this game is very minimal, so I'm still learning, and all of the tips are extremely helpful. So second of all, what you recommended me to do is to go to the railways and subsidize all of them, so you know the workers will be more likely to work in the railways that really matter for the market access instead of the other branches if I don't have enough of the people. So now with all of these changes, let's make a week pass and see how it's gonna work. Right now I'm making plus 16,000. My economy is staying around the same level. I'm making a lot of grain, a lot of all of this, but yeah, I'm missing a lot of coal. And from what I've seen, we have also a way to increase the coal production, because if I go to coal mine, you see that I could make using the dynamite to increase the production of coal significantly, but I'll need far more explosives. So what I'll do right now, I'll change it already, and I'll make sure to produce more explosives. So if you go and find the explosives right now, oh, we need more electricity for sure, but if I find the explosives, I'll go ahead to imports and I think, yeah, there's a little bit of imports, so that's very useful. And besides that, yes, we gotta build a lot of these beauties now. I'm also gonna need a lot of more transportation, and is it gonna even increase over the time? Because I'm subsidizing it. Yes, it's actually increasing 3.54, 3.56. Yeah, we need even more. 3.8. See, people starting working in the actual railways because I'm subsidizing them. This way, the difference between sell orders and buy orders is gonna slowly get close to each other, because I had a lot of railways, but I didn't have people working there. Easy. In a second we will see how it's gonna impact our actual market access, but I can already see that it's impacting our money reserves, money generation significantly, because the low market access is gonna be slowly ceasing to exist in these provinces, and I probably need to anyway build more of the railways. Because in general, if I go to my population, we have almost 15 million fully employed people, right? I have 3.4 million peasants that I can still employ. I have 400,000 people that are unemployed, and it increased only because I changed all these production methods. I think as I'm making more money and I have some reserves, I could maybe decrease the tax. It's gonna hurt our money, but let's for now do this because I want to also keep increasing the standard of living in the country. Another tip I got to increase amount of the people to work is to enact multiculturalism. Now, how do I get this work? Because I don't have enough groups in our country supporting this. Because, for example, armed forces hate this, petite bourgeoisie hate this, and Catholic Church hates this. The only group that is supporting that is the intelligentsia. Okay guys, I think I just made it work. Okay, because I got intelligence into our government, intelligentsia you see over here. Right now I can, okay, so they need to be on government for me to push for the law. So if I go to here and I start working on the multiculturalism, from what I understood, from what people told me, it's gonna be far more likely that people from the other countries will be coming to France for work. Globalization. Whoa, what? What is that? Diplomatic play in France. Cut France down in size. We've got Italy, Moldavia, Krakow and Austria thinking that they can do something against us. Are you sure about that? I mean, if you're up to do something like that, I want a state or two from you. So, for example, Piedmont. I definitely want Piedmont if he wants to fight. And I will also want Italian Provence, which is part of our state, right? You better be ready to fight us, because let me increase the taxes again. Army is being paid. I have all of the resources for their army, correct? Have ammunition. What if I import more of the ammunition? Please do that quickly. And just in case, build a little bit of this. That's one thing. Make sure I'm using the skirmish infantry. I'm using the mobile artillery. I don't have anything for this, and that's gonna be it. I think they're not stopping that even inviting. No, they're just having so many troops mobilized. 700. But you know what I'm gonna do? It's gonna be only one front line here in the mountains. Oh, and another one here. Okay. They're sending you 300 units here. Oh my god, that's gonna be a hell out of a war. Are they sending anything to Africa? I don't think they are. That's good news for us. Let me go ahead, mobilize this boy. You just go ahead and defend the front line in Italy, in the Isles. And you go ahead and defend the front line here. You go ahead and defend the front line here. It's gonna be 150. And one more stack also defended here. Now I could get even more of the guys. So what I can do for the smaller stacks, like for example this 50, because you know, if you promote the guys, they're gonna be able to sustain bigger stacks. So I'm gonna use more of my actual troops. I'm using more of the stacks, but I need to recruit a general. So it's gonna be in France HQ. Where the hell is France HQ? I have a choice. The guy's hedonist, so it's morale recovery, supply, explorer, stalwart defender. I need a defender for sure. Let me recruit him. Now if I take a look, I still have 100 more units in the garrison. So let me recruit another general. Okay, now just before the war is starting, we are increasing our amount of the mobilized troops. 250 battalions. We're getting it to 300. They have 776. That's gonna be tough, boys. That's gonna be tough. Let's see how the first battle looked, because I will be defending in both of the front lines. There's absolutely no need for us to push. There we go. 84 units from them against 155 on our side. 40 offense, 69 defense. And what's that? Human rights unlocked. Yeah. I mean, how you guys play to win? 8,000 dead. 23,000 wounded versus 2,000, 7,000 on our side. Oh, I don't think Italy and Austria are prepared for this war at all. And how is it doing in the islands? Because on the island they might have a little bit more of the success. No. It's as unsuccessful as on the continent. I want to try this time. They have this Austria, not Italy this time. 65 of us against 60 of our defense, but have double the troops. So it's not looking too good on them. At least on the amount of the losses, I actually have slightly more, but still, it's not enough. Honestly, if I'm processing so much of grain, why don't I go ahead and start taking, like getting rid of the wet and like pretty much wet farms in our homeland, because we don't need that much of grain. And that way we're gonna increase the amount of the unemployed people to go and join the other sectors of the economy. Oh boy, yes, I think we are actually losing on the island. I have no idea how that's happening, but we're losing here. Why on mainland? No, on mainland we are absolutely crushing them. I know, I'm easily winning in Italy, right? Like, look at the amount of the losses they are taking. But over here in Corsica, it's more problematic. I think that's the first battle I won over here. And I won it very easily. I've lost 115,000. They've lost 240,000. They have bigger attrition issues than me. So one of your comments said that if we do a naval invasion where there's a main front line, so let's say we'll land here, we can very easily siege down the whole country. I want to test that. That's why I go to the military. I'm gonna recruit yet another general, and let's try sending him to Austria mainland. See if by naval invasion I can actually go and car position before they start defending. So let's try it. Let's go to navy. Take this guy's naval invasion. in Dalmatia. I have no idea which Matthew Jose, you can do this. I think because if I took my strongest general out of here, I didn't know that's my strongest general. I'm starting to lose. Like, look, I'm losing this one. But let's see what happens when I start landing Dalmatia, because I think that might be game breaking. If I just go here and land where there are no other troops, we need 20 more days to check it. Nope, I'm failing to land in even Dalmatia. I'm failing hard to land here. And I'm having a uprising in Bakongo. Which is here, I don't know. It might be a problem. I have 70 more troops to recruit. So just use one more general to push here. Yeah, I think I failed this landing. Let's take this guy back here to the front line in Italy. No, guys. One time you were lucky because I was busy with other stuff, but no. This is not gonna work. By winning this little battle when I'm defending, I should regain my defense land here. At the same time, I keep fighting over here in the islands. Oh no, it looks like they have so much of defense around here. I'm not being able to push them. I started to go into loans. That's why I'm not building anything more. Once these buildings will be done, I'll be in actual positive income. Okay, boys, I'm actually slowly pushing them out of the Sardinia and Corsica. And once I do that, I might actually try pushing for Italy, because if I win, I want to take something in this war. Okay, this is it, boys. I got full control of the Isles. Whole front lines moving right now to Italy. 420 battalions from me, blaze it, and 613 from them. What if I move all of my main stacks here to actually advance the front instead of defending it? Let's just try it once. I'm a little bit scared it won't work, but you know, without taking a risk, we're not gonna get anything out of this war. Like, first of all, let's win this battle defense easily. Look at amount of their losses: 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, and only 3,000 on our side. Yeah, they go just getting demolished here. If you just see the war summary so far, we've lost 460,000 troops, they've lost 650,000 troops, 40 million spent on the war by them, 3 million by us. So if you wanted to piece them out, yes, they already have lost 21. On our side, yeah, it's just a scratch. Oh, that's the first time I see it here. On the one front line, we're having two battles at the same time. I'm defending from Austrians, and I'm attacking the Austrians at the same time. And I'm winning both of them. So maybe at last I'll start pushing into Italy. Yes, push into Italy. I want to take Piedmont as well as our part of Provence. So pretty much Nice? In Polish, Nicea, so it's far easier. Now it's actually broke into three front lines. North one looks like I'm winning in defense. Middle one looks like I'm losing in defense. And the southern one looks like I'm winning in offense. Oh look, we enforced on Italy, Piedmont and Provence. Nice. Now the only one thing is left is to just white peace Austria. White peace. Propose a deal. Yeah, it's good to make deals with your Austria. Yeah. Expanding into Italy. That's what I wanted. Well, because of this war, our standard of living is like decreased by 1.5 or something. We're gonna bring this back to the right level. I could also improve my railways to steal passenger carriages. That would increase amount of transportation I'm getting for the cost of more steel, and at the same time we will reduce the employment also significantly. I should just switch my production to what's called steel frame buildings. That's increased our efficiency far, but also our debt a lot because it costs so much money. What I'm gonna do, just gonna slowly keep decreasing my construction sector, especially in Europe where I don't have enough hands to work. So get more hands to work on the different types of the buildings and less on the construction sector. The construction sector, I'm gonna decrease it to like 800, 700. And that I decrease amount of the buildings in my mainland, you know, the ones like wheat farms, livestock. I'm increasing the amount of the infrastructure to increase the market access. So this way gonna decrease the amount of the imbalance that we are having currently. We have enacted the multiculturalism, so at least according to what you guys said in the comment section, I should get millions of people right now coming to work for us. How it's gonna work? We'll see. Wait, what? Now Russia attacks us. I'm gonna say one thing. If you grow strong, the other nations are very likely to actually declare on you, to cut you in size. I mean, just Russia, where do you plan to fight me? We don't have any border, right? You will have to land for the navy. Good luck. Fun thing, Italy just ended the war with Austria and they moved everything to Corsica. Which means I sent 22 battalions to Italy, which I'm right now sieging down for absolutely free, with no... They're not even trying to defend because they have all of the battalions on the island. I was happy that I'm earning right now 100, K of pounds, but then I realized I still have 46 million of debt, but slowly I'm repaying that. I wanted to slowly conquer more nations in Africa, like Bagirmi, but then Italy is joining every single war against us. On one side we are lacking out of electricity because urban centers are taking 4,000 of it, but I'm producing so much of services, so if I go to urban centers, and what if we change something here and use less electricity, but that would be more coal if we take this. And if I take this, I'm gonna produce 26,000 less services. That's not gonna be worth it. How about this? Okay, I have out of transportation. This is gonna be of big help, but here we need to think coal or electricity. I don't have either, in fact, I would say, but I need electricity more than coal as of now. So let me just go and switch these boys. Could I just decrease like urban centers? No, it's not something I have control of. Maybe just go and switch it, but only in some of the provinces. I don't have to switch it everywhere. And this way I'm gonna balance my electricity with my coal. So right now, if we just wait a little bit more, we see that we have a little bit less of disadvantage on the electricity and we'll be needing a little bit more of coal. I keep slowly getting rid of the production of the goods where I'm having a big positive balance. For example, with fabric, I'm still having a huge balance because I'm getting a lot from the one. It's actually one trader that is giving me that. I don't want to get rid of that, and that's why I'm keep decreasing the amount of the production on my own. Coal is gonna be definitely useful. We're not gonna decrease the coal production, but for example, if we take a look at the furniture and so we go to our buildings, we go to furniture, we have still 306 of this. So what I can do, can find factories with bad production. All of them are making so much money, but Fez is making very little money. I increased it to 27 right now, but decreasing the amount of the level of it. Same for Tunisia. I think I can even get rid of it entirely. And also places like Orléans, Ile-de-France. Remember, I need these provinces for other more important production. I don't need that much of furniture anymore. And what's funny, by decreasing my production of this kind of the trade goods, did I just make it negative? Yeah, I think I just made it negative. By decreasing the production, I'm increasing the prices of these trade goods, which means that I'm actually earning more money from these factories because the price is higher. And this way I keep increasing my national revenue. So at this point, I think I can even go ahead and go back to medium taxes, as we'll be slowly increasing our standard of living at more like getting you back to 18 where I was once upon a time. I also keep bringing back the market access. Remember, I think in 60 states I was having low. Right now it's 23 and we are still fixing that. With lower taxes we can see the standard of living keeps increasing. The amount of the radicals keeps decreasing there. It's still a huge amount. We need to decrease it for sure. And the amount of the loyalists keeps increasing. We just unlocked feminism. Does that mean we can actually get women to work? Because I really love to do that. I have so much population that is not working. So let me take a look at the law. Okay, I need to enact the tax thingy first. Okay, once I get the graduated taxation, I'm gonna try women. 2.1 of national revenue already. If I went back to the taxation I did before to 2.3, what if I decrease it even more? Well, you're still making money. Let's make this 20. And decreasing the amount of the radicals is very important because if your state is in rebel, like Turnwa, it's increasing the tax waste and decreasing the migration attraction. We want more migration, we want more taxes being gained. Ooh, bone China. I think that's something we are gonna do. Let's go for this. I think I'm looking at the different things. We need to start producing actual oil. Can I even get any oil from our lands? If we go to the bottom, all rigs, nothing yet. That's unfortunate. Now you can see our economy just keeps booming with all of these changes. Soon 1 billion GDP is coming. With all the better production methods, also I'm overproducing coal right now. So I'm doing the same what I've been doing with the other buildings earlier. I'm finding the ones that are completely unproductive, like for example East Houseland, and I'm making them productive by decreasing the amount of the production that they are doing. Now, as I'm still missing a lot of electricity, I found out that the next power plant, the coal-fired plant, is going to increase electricity and the cost of engines and coal, and that's also going to be less people working over there. So I think I'm gonna go for steam turbine that is gonna allow that to happen. That's over here. Let's go ahead for this. Let's take a look. Universal suffrage is unlocking women's suffrage law on the rights of women. We want women to work. We need more hands to work. Remember from the last episode, we fixed it a lot today, but we still need more people. Let's go for this law first. So then later, where's the one about women? There it goes. Okay. Yes, we'll try going for this because there's a huge opposition as of now. I think it's actually, guys, working. We are getting the migration. The multiculturalism is working. It's 73.3 million already. I remember I was having like 71.8 when I conquered the last province. It keeps increasing, and you can see the slight boost at the very end of the population graph. And honestly, I can afford increasing government wages to make intelligence and petit bourgeois more loyal. Still a lot of money. And I could even decrease the taxation level to the very minimal. Look, 693, still 500,000 of positive balance. And we need to make more people loyal and increase standards of living and get even more migration. About migration, you can see funky people are migrating to Ile-de-France. Okay, Mr. Power Plant. Time to change from hydroelectric plant, where I'm only using engines, to coal-fired plants. So I'm gonna use more engines, just slightly more, far more coal, but in exchange I'm gonna also produce far more electricity, and that's something that I really needed. Yes, at last we are producing more electricity when we need, so I don't have to construct any other power plants. I mean, I'm gonna finish the ones to be built and that's it. Oh boy, really? Again, Russia, Grand Duchy of Finland, East India Company and Caucasia Emanate want to cut us down to size. I mean, I'm gonna beat their ass again because we don't have a front line. They have to land, which they can't do. Okay, Russia, so if you lose the war, I want to also get a war goal. But what would be working here? What if we go for war reparations? Yes, give me money if you lose. And of course, the only front line that we have in this war, except Russia trying to land on our promises, is South India. I actually have 1.4 million population over here and plenty of buildings. Why don't I go and send here number 1, defend, number 2, defend, that's 160, and number 3, defend. These 215 guys, I mean, I will probably die to attrition, but it's worth trying and seeing, can I actually not only defend, but maybe even win on the Indian front, because India is really behind, like extremely behind. Let's take a look. East India Company, like look at the standard of living, literacy, population. In the middle, Ahagar is taking an uprising against us. That's something super useful because instead of colonizing these provinces, I'm gonna get everything for myself once I win it. Anyway, the war is about to start now and we have less than half of the units in South India, but I really want to see how this will go for us. And let's wait for the first battle to load. I want to first see in a few defensive battles, like how big of army quality difference there is. And once I see that maybe I have advantage, we're gonna push this. 76 defense, 38 offense. I don't think I have any chance of winning that. And in general, yes. Yes, guys, I think we might want to push this front line. But first, let's just win a few defensive battles. Okay, first battle is pretty much won. Let me go ahead and already change this guy's strategy to offense, because I think we can actually win this easily. Let's see, because it's not saying that we're gonna 100% win this, but yeah, this one is far closer. But I believe you are also winning that. Yeah, the War of Ahaga just started, but what I wanted to say is that I really start to feel like how slow the game is getting around this year. I mean, I did not play that much because like 55 years that we've played, and I really feel how slow it is. I think the funny statistic over here is the cost of war. I've spent 960,000 on the war, they spent 7.3 million already. Look how huge Madras is over here in the map mode, like a massive city, and that's probably gonna be one of the most important battles over here. So far I have far low morale than them, and in theory this is saying that I'm winning, but I'm not so sure about that looking at the morale and the amount of the difference of the troops. This is so close. I think we let's see that. That's the comeback, the Indian comeback. We're gonna lose this battle, but on the other hand, in defense, it's just getting absolutely demolished. There's a huge conflict in Europe getting ready, because we're gonna have Prussia versus Württemberg, Russia and Italy. And how Russia wants exactly to fight this wild war with me? Because the moment you get on this front line, I'm gonna try landing in Neva. Standard of living in France is right now secure, which is actually top 3 in the world. Only Belgium and Bhopal have higher than us. And after this battle, I think I'm gonna be having a wholesale in our hands. Come on, just win this, yes. Wholesale is right now ours, because our front line is being pushed fairly nicely. Okay guys, I think we are close to actually force Russia to give us war purchase. I mean, white peace? No, I don't want a white peace. We just get the war operations. How it's gonna look? It's in diplomatic pacts. 23,000. They are just so poor. If I increase my government wages, I'm gonna get +5 intelligence and petite bourgeoisie approval. Well, right now we have 12 million of radicals. It keeps decreasing. What if I go ahead for this? I mean, I can afford it easily. Okay, I think it's mainly work on the loyalists. You can see it, amount of loyalists just jumped, and right now it's steadily increasing. While for the radicals, it's just steadily decreasing. Oh boy, Prussia wants to conquer Tyrol from Austria, and it's gonna be again Prussia versus Austria and Russia. Italy is also joining the side of Austria and Russia. So I think that's gonna be a good moment for us once I finish my war in Africa, to declare on Italy, at least to take an island and to clear the borders here. Electric railways unlocked. Let's take a look what we can improve it. Motor industries, logging camps, fishing war, okay. Electric engines, +160 substitution, of course, that's at least what they are saying. More engines produced in the cost of steel and electricity, and that's gonna be a lot of steel and electricity. How's our balance now? Electricity is, yeah, hurts. Engines, we are producing a lot of engines right now. But from what I've seen, engines will be useful for the railways. This is gonna be more infrastructure, more transportation produced, less usage of coal, more usage of chain engine, and more usage of electricity. Okay, I might not have enough electricity to support that. Oh yeah. We need to just create more of the power plants. Railroad cards! That's far less laborers use 180,000 for the cost of more transportation, but this is fine, we have transportation now. It's gonna be Italy as well as Scandinavia, Hamburg and Egypt on their side. We now have enacted universal suffrage, which unlocks us women's suffrage. That's gonna be very useful. Whoa. East India Company and Ottoman Empire are also gonna help Italy in this war. It's gonna be harder than expected. But I'm actually pretty confident with our armies, because in barracks I've changed all of the stuff except the motorized reconnaissance to be on the highest level. So this way our army power projection should be far higher than theirs. Let's see this in practice. Here in Savoy I think we're winning it easily. It's a little bit harder in Italy, where it looks like we are losing, and finally in Sardinia we are getting our ass clapped. Oh, it's looking far worse than I expected so far. At least we are somehow helping Prussia to actually win. I wanted to say survive. In Italy I'm slowly starting to win. Look at this offense. It's far worse so far in Sardinia. They don't want to give it up. What I'm looking right now is that I lack electricity, and I have a lot of services. And just take a look, urban centers are using actually the most of our electricity. So if I go back to buildings, scroll down to urban centers, and I change the lighting to here, 30k less service. That's far too much. So I'm just gonna go and manually switch it to unit streetlights in some of the urban centers. So this way I'm gonna save a lot of electricity, and anyway I'm producing so many services it doesn't matter. Tractors for the farms. Look, for the cost of a little bit more coal of engines we're gonna save 270,000 laborers. I just absolutely love the tractors now. An achievement unlocked. If you go back achievements, you can see that we just became a billionaire. Yes, that's because our 1B. I love this. Okay, boys, this is it. It's time for the peace deal with Italy, where we got finally Sardinia and Savoy, so fixed borders. Right now our population is already 87.6 million. It just keeps increasing, mostly naturally, not even by conquest, naturally. 21 standard of living, 1 billion of economy, 101 already. Amount of radicals just increased because it's just from the points that we took, but amount of the loyals also keep increasing. 3.1 million national revenue. Even though I have minimal tax, I have almost no consumption taxes, and I have everything the highest here. If I went for the highest taxes, 3.1, 4.2, I will be earning so much money. But guys, I think this is gonna be enough for today. So if you still enjoy Victoria Free campaign and would like me to do one more episode of this, remember to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel to get notified about this future content. For today, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you very soon.